Coffee and convo, y'all. Let's get it. Yo, salute. Shout out to everybody here in the building. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider Man. Salute to everybody here in the building. I see Big Mo, Jason Marshall, Marvin Lewis, Joseph Matthews, Tootsie, Erica. What's up, sis? Raider Rebels in the building. Pride and Purpose, Primos, Mad Mike. Salute to my Sacktown brethren. Today is the day, you guys. We have about 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I think it is, right? Or is it 4? Is it 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock Eastern, right? So we have a little bit longer. But the franchise tag deadline is here today. And we're going to talk about this. Some latest developments that I've seen on Twitter, seen on Instagram, seen some other guys that work for some pretty big establishments talking about this situation. They have some insiders information on them as well. We're going to talk about that. Shout out to Primos. Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. I wanted to come on a little early so we can just talk about this up to that point. You know what I mean? But I'm going to be honest with you guys. It looks as though there's no real traction at this point for an extension. We've kind of been saying this for the past month or so. It looks as though it's franchise tag or nothing, you guys. You know what I mean? Unless they really come down to the last minutes of this situation, it looks as though Josh is not going to get an extension. It looks as though he may have to sign that franchise tag or stick to his guns and sit it out. But we're going to talk about some things here shortly. Shout out to everybody here in the building, man. Shout out to my dog, Kenny Mack. I missed the last few lives, but top of the day, my brother. Salute to my dog, Kenny Mack, my brother, man. Thank you so much on the $5 donation. And thank you for being here, King, as always. And like my brother, Kenny Mack, if you guys want to become a member of the channel, hit the link. It's pinned up top. One of the best ways to support the channel. And we're going to be doing a lot of giveaways for OakLosVegas, some signed merch and stuff this year. So stay tuned for that. Hit that join button, become a member, man. Definitely one of the best ways to support what we got going on. What are the Raiders going to do with the running backs not named Josh Jacobs depth chart wise? What do you mean, Primos, in the sense of what? Because if Josh decides on sitting out, these guys, their numbers are going to be called. You know what I mean? Shit, Zamir, it's time in year 2. It's time. Sincere McCormick coming off that injury, it might be time. Britton Brown, who's to say? But at the end of the day, if Josh sits this out, I don't believe we're going to go out and sign anybody else, you guys. I see a lot of this Dalvin Cook talk and, you know, other guys, potentially Leonard Fournette and all this other stuff. There's no reason to go sign or go pay another running back when you have a slew of them on your roster already. It's next man up season, you guys. You know what I mean? But I do think that Josh is going to sign this franchise tag, and I do believe he'll be there week 1. But we shall see. We shall see. And we only got a little bit more time, you guys, to see what's going on. Salute to everybody in the building for rocking with me. Shout out to GA. Too many running backs not getting paid any money. This is facts, man. Look, the market is the market, GA. It sucks, but it is what it is. You have to deal with what is out there, and the market is the market. But you know, and it sucks, man, because these running backs deserve the world, man. You know, these organizations, they just run these guys ragged, right? They just run them ragged. They run them ragged. They treat them like fucking like race horses and shit. Pretty much, they just run them to the ground and then they just throw them wayside. You know what I mean? And it sucks, man, because these guys definitely deserve that bag, but you cannot argue with the market being the market. But these owners need to do better with taking care of the running back position, because this shit is becoming insane, man. It really is becoming insane. And I understand the numbers game in terms of paying running backs, right? And the success in recent history of how this works. And we've talked about this before, but shout out to Marcus Mosher. He put up a really good tweet, and we kind of went over this list in the past, but you can go all the way back 14 seasons, and not one running back was paid $3 million or more. The most a running back in the Super Bowl in the past 14 years that was paid, it was Percy Harvin. And Percy Harvin was a wide receiver. He was more of that gimmick guy that, that got it done in Seattle, but I guess they listed him as a running back. $2.5 million. That's the most money a running back has seen in the past 14 Super Bowls. You know what I mean? That were in the Super Bowl. That's crazy, man. Leonard Fournette, when they won in 2020, base salary of $2 million. Ray Rice, 2012, when they won the Super Bowl, $2 million base salary. That's crazy, man. Pierre Thomas in 2009 when the Saints won it, $460,000. Then you go back to the Rams when they won it a few years back. Cam Akers, $890,000 base salary. And then last year, the Chiefs, Isaiah Pacheco, $870,000 base salary. These guys are not getting paid. They're not. This is just, it is what it is. It sucks, but this is the market. Facts, man. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. I want to share something with you guys. Actually, I'm not going to share the screen today because for some reason, StreamYard has been tweaking anytime we try and share some stuff. But shout out to my guy, man, Jordan Schultz. He's always sending me stuff on Twitter. And he just posted something on Twitter, and I retweeted it. He put out, I got a text from an NFL executive on Cowboys, Tony Pollard, and Raiders, Josh Jacobs. I don't think either gets done. The last I heard, both, that they were pretty far apart, not tons of optimism either, but that was yesterday. I'm not sure if anything changes. This is Jordan Schultz. Definitely drops a lot of haymakers, drops a lot of breaking news. I'm a guy that's very, very active when it comes to the NFL and insider information. Once again, Jordan Schultz tweeted out that it sounds as though Tony Pollard and our running back, Josh Jacobs, it seems as though there's nothing even close, that they're far apart in terms of an extension, man. So it looks as though Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, they either take the franchise or there's nothing there. There's nothing there at this point. And, we'll see shortly where we are, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific. We'll see as though we'll kind of see where this goes. But I don't see any last second type situation where they get a deal done. I don't, you guys. If they wanted to pay Josh Jacobs, it would have been done a while ago. You know what I mean? If they put a deal on the table and Josh liked the deal, it would have been done a while ago. You know what I mean? I don't see these guys literally waiting until the 11th, 12th hour to get a deal done. It just makes no sense to me at all. Did Pollard just sign it? Maul, I didn't see that. I didn't see that Pollard actually signed his deal yet. That he signed it. Let me see. Let me double check. I know Evan Ingram yesterday got his deal. He plays a different position. He is a tight end, but they tried to franchise tag him, and they got a deal done for 3 years, $42.5 million, $25.5 million guaranteed. And that was great for him. He well-deserved after having a phenomenal year last year. I think he had 73, 74 catches, 770 yards receiving last year. But I don't see anything on Tony Pollard. I do not see anything on Tony Pollard yet, Maul. He signed. So he did sign. Well, I'm sorry. Correct. He signed the tag a while ago, but I mean a deal with the franchise tag. I'm sorry, you guys. My apologies. That's what I meant. Yes, he did sign a while ago, but I mean an extension. If an extension is going to be there. He definitely did sign a while ago. You guys are right. Shout out to the chat. Salute, salute, salute. He signed, but I just mean in terms of an extension. It doesn't look as though the extension is going to get done at all. And let's just keep it a buck too, you guys. Tony Pollard is coming off of an extreme injury. You know what I mean? Like an extreme injury where, he missed he missed some last season. What happened? He tore his ACL, some along those lines. He really hurt himself last year. And he's going to have to take that franchise tag. And he hasn't had a career up to this point of like a Josh Jacobs. If anyone's going to hold out, it would be Josh or Saquon Barkley. These guys have had really great NFL careers up to this point. And Tony Pollard is a dog. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all. I like Tony Pollard a lot. I live in Dallas. I've told all my Cowboys partners, like, look, y'all should let Zeke go and make Tony Pollard that guy. But at the end of the day, he hasn't had a career like Josh up to this point. And coming off of a very bad injury, he's going to have to sign that tag, take that 10.1 or whatever it is that Pollard's getting for that franchise tag and run with it, because who's to say he'll ever see another deal again after this? We don't know what he's going to come back. He may look like a shell of himself this upcoming season. You know what I mean? So we don't know. Shout out to the Raider, man, my dog. To be honest, I don't think anything happens until after training camp. If the offense looks great and JJ is that missing piece, I see them getting a deal done. If the O looks like we need a lot more pieces, then JJ is gone. Salute to the Raider. Appreciate you, bro. And I tend to agree with you, man. But at the end of the day, I know Josh led the league in rushing yards last season, you guys, but he needs to get out there in training camp. Look, I don't know if many of you guys have played the game, and I don't want to make this bigger than what it is, right? But there's no camaraderie there, right? With Jimmy G, a guy that's going to be handing you off the ball a lot. You got to get some type of synergy there with your quarterback. You know what I mean? And mind you, like I said, professional quarterback, professional running back, but I would rather have my guy out there with Jimmy G at the beginning of training camp to build that camaraderie, to build that chemistry. They need that. You know what I mean? It would suck to see Josh miss most of training camp and then come back right before the season starts. You know what I mean? With all these other younger guys getting all the reps. You know what I mean? So me personally, I'm just hoping that Josh signs the franchise. If this deal doesn't get done, if an extension doesn't get done, just goes into training camp and they work on that extension throughout the season. You know what I mean? That's it. Simple and plain. Work on it throughout the season. But sign the tag, because Josh has he has nothing in his favor at this point, you guys. The Raiders hold all the cards. They do. If he sits out, it's bad for him. If he takes the franchise tag, it's a nice little chunk of change this season, but it's also still bad for him in terms of his future and guaranteed money. So it sucks. Josh really has no bargaining chips here. The Raiders went and drafted his replacement, one of them last season, right? They got 3 running backs in the draft, and they went and got a few in free agency as well. There's really no bargaining chips in terms of Josh Jacobs at all. There's nothing in his favor at this point. Either you sign the tag or you just sit out and you figure it out. But you have to sign the tag in order to get an extension done. You know what I mean? So you can't work on an extension if that's the rule, right, you guys? And I was reading up on this a while ago. There's just so much shit going on. He has to sign that tag in order to get to get an extension done. You know what I mean? So unless the deadline clears, right? The deadline will be over here in an hour or so. If they don't get a deal done, he has. I don't know how they're going to work this out. Let me see. Yeah, he has to sign his tag, Elite, to get a long-term deal done during camp. There you go. That's exactly what I was saying. Facts. Shout out to Don. Give me Zeus and Britton Brown combo. There you go. I'm all for it. With a little bit of Sincere McCormick and Amir Abdullah in there. I'm all for it, Don. But yeah, you guys, hey, the writing will be on the wall here shortly, man. Shout out to the 400 people in the chat, man. Salute. Wipe them feet, you guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 20K here shortly, man. You guys could be anywhere in the world, but you guys are here with me, man. Salute. Once again, you guys, I'm going to read this tweet from Jordan Schultz, an NFL insider, my guy on Twitter. He's always sending me a bunch of stuff in the DMs about Raiders, but he did put out a tweet publicly stating he got a text from an NFL executive, Tony Pollard and Raiders Josh Jacobs. I don't think either deal gets done, an extension. Last I heard on both, they were pretty far apart, not tons of optimism either. That was yesterday, but I'm not sure if anything changes. And Jordan Schultz put out this tweet 3 hours ago. So I don't know if anything changes up to this point. We shall see. But no latest news up to this point. Let me see. Shout out to my brother LV Maximus in the building. Let me see. He can't sign an extension after today's deadline until January of next year. Let me see. I'm not going to be surprised if a deal doesn't happen. AJ, I don't see a deal getting done this late in the game. I don't see it. Docs, have you had a chance to listen to Ziegler's interview regarding the draft? He broke down the receiver room very well and how they're building it. Yes, Ace, definitely watched all of it. I watched the all the stuff that the Raiders have been uploading on YouTube. Some phenomenal stuff too. They have a great they have a great social media presence, period. And like the people that does all their visual work and stuff, they have phenomenal people. I got to find out who they work with, but I have been watching it. I have been seeing what they've been doing and definitely been watching Zeke. I definitely seen Zeke's interview breaking down the draft, watch the process and all that stuff. It was really cool to see, Ace. Can you scroll up and put the comment? Okay, Am, I got you. I didn't see what you said, Marco. Salute to my dog. Jacobs will lose 1/7 of his tender for every game he misses starting week 1 if he decides to sit. If by November 14th he's still sitting, he forfeits the season and his money. There you have it. Shout out to my brother Marco. You already know, my guy. Shout out to Elite. He is either signing that tag or he isn't. Holding out doesn't help. JJ has no leverage. There you have it, Elite. And come talk your shit tonight because me and Hammer are going to be doing the phone lines show tonight. So pull up on us. Shout out to Don. Shout out to Docs for going strong for a few years. I appreciate you, my brother. Salute. Pride of purpose has got to be a pretty confident dude to walk away from 10 mil in 1 year. Sign that paper, Josh. Hey, man, I agree. Let me see. McDaniels has been said, we'll see Josh in camp. Planted his flag 6 weeks ago. Then other running back news came out. It was an organizational political war versus Josh Jacobs. Shout out to Top Beats as well. Docs, do you wonder why the NFLPA hasn't said anything about the current running back situation? They got to fix something, Top. They have to fix this, man. They have to fix this. There's no way that you can continue to put players on the front line, you know what I mean, and absolutely destroy their bodies year in and year out and just throw them wayside, like just throw them to the curb. It makes no sense at all, man. It doesn't. But there have been certain situations like, you know, watching Zeke get that major extension, and then the organizations are in the hole trying to pay him that pay them astronomical amounts of money, and these guys are hurt or they're not showing up. You know what I mean? Like recent history has shown us that these guys get these big deals and then they just fall off the face of the earth, right? So they have to come up somewhere. They have to meet somewhere in the middle. Like, look, take care of the running backs, but make it make sense. And I'm sorry, you guys. I kind of agree that the franchise tag does hurt running backs, but in a sense it doesn't, because right now Josh Jacobs signs a franchise tag. Yes, he's not going to get all that guaranteed money for the foreseeable future, but he's getting paid $10+ million. We just watched Miles, you know, go over to Carolina. You know what I'm saying? This past year, I mean, this offseason and free agency. Hold on real quick, y'all. I'm gonna bring up something real fast. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna see something real quick. Salute to everybody here in the building. But we watched Miles Sanders, right, go out and get $6.5 million on the open market and signing a 3-year deal. That's tough. Like, Josh is not going to do that. And Josh is the better running back. I agree with you guys. I think if Josh was running behind that Philadelphia Eagles offensive line, his career would have went totally different than it did up till last year. You know what I mean? I think there would have been less injuries. I think there'd been more yardage, more TDs. You know what I mean? You'd probably been way more active in the passing game if you had that solid wall in front of you like Miles Sanders has had. You know what I mean? But take the bread. Take the bread. I mean, it sucks, but it's north of $10 million for 1 year. And that money is guaranteed, you guys. If he signs that deal today and gets hurt in camp, that franchise tag, that's his money. That's his money. That's his bread. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Yeah, Maul, Gurley, and Zeke got ran to the ground Their tires were bald. This is facts, man. And it happens year in and year out. Josh Jacobs is only 25. He definitely deserves a second contract, Nico. This is no shade to what Josh. Look, we all agree that Josh deserves another deal. We know this, but it has to make sense. We're literally talking about today's market, you guys. We're not talking about when CMC got that massive deal years ago in Carolina. And let's just keep it a buck, you guys. When CMC got that deal, he was the Carolina Panthers. They had a slew of bad teams over there. They had to take care of one of their own. That was like their only guy that they can probably even try to reel in any excitement off the free agency market to come into Carolina was CMC, right? That was their team. That was the heart of that franchise. You know what I mean? So they took care of their guy. They did. They did. But he's a Niner now, right? And he was dealing with a slew of injuries in Carolina as well. But that guy helped sell tickets because that was all they had. That was all they had. You know, right now, we have a team that has Max Crosby on this franchise, Devontae Adams on this franchise. There's plenty of other teammates that Josh has on this team that can still sell tickets. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Josh is a major, major part of this team, and he's a superstar. But trust me, you guys, Max Crosby and Devontae Adams will sell tickets. You know what I mean? Some of these rookies are going to take off this year and help the Michael Mayers of the world, maybe help sell tickets in Las Vegas. But there's still the thing about Raider players, and this sucks, is that tickets are going to sell themselves now. You know what I mean? Like Josh can't go to this organization and say, I put butts in seats. They can't say that anymore. Because now it's a transplant city where there's 1 million Chiefs fans. There's 1 million Bronco fans coming in week and week out. Every team we face, we're going to sell out regardless because of the road team. So at the end of the day, there really isn't any, I put butts in seats. Pay me. This isn't Oakland anymore. It's no longer Oakland. You know what I mean? Josh can't use that card. I put butts in seats. Yes, he does. But they're going to sell out regardless because Las Vegas is a transplant city. It's a city where everybody goes out there to get drunk, have fun, gamble, and go watch their team. That's one thing you can't use anymore. You can't use the bargaining chip. In Oakland, it's like, yeah, look, you know, I sell tickets. You do. Khalil Mack, I sell tickets. Well, Vegas, they sell themselves. You know what I mean? A lot of the times you go get a suite at one of these hotels and they give you tickets with it. It sucks, but it is what it is. Top, I'm going to tell you right now, bro. I've been to Allegiant Stadium last year, the year before, when we were on losing streaks galore and we knew already we weren't going to the playoffs. Those Allegiant Stadium was still sold out from top to bottom. From top to bottom. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. They're going to sell out regardless. And they also play off of our loyalty, top beats. I mean, come on, man. We were showing up to Oakland when we were going 2-14 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to go off of our loyalty because we are delusional Raider fans, right? We are year in and year out. Every year this is the year. They're going to play off of us year in and year out. So I have to disagree with you disagreeing with me, big bro, because at the end of the day, this shit's going to sell regardless because we're going to show up and opposing fans are definitely going to show up. I seen something yesterday, man, and somebody tagged me on Twitter. Shout out to my guy. I forgot who did that. You guys want to know how bad this shit is? Let me show you this. Where is this shit at? Where is this shit at? Shout out to Scooter Die, my boy K Diddy on Twitter. For Raiders games, right? Airline offers special flights to Vegas for Kansas City Chiefs fans. Think about that. For Raiders games, Raider home games, the airline offers special flights to Vegas for Kansas City Chiefs fans. Where's ours? Where's that? I don't get no special treatment flying in from Dallas. I don't get, I've never heard of anybody flying from home, from the Bay to Vegas, getting any special treatment. I don't hear any of that. But right now, the Kansas City Chiefs get airline special flights to Vegas. They don't care about us. They're going to sell out regardless. Simple and plain. None. Because they play off of our delusions. Maul, they know that we're going to be there regardless. Top. It's happened. Brother, it's happened. It's already happened. It has already happened. Now, maybe when we start winning consistently and we have sustainable success, maybe Raider fans will pay that extra money to go in and watch our team perform. It makes all the sense in the world, you guys. I understand that everybody's pockets ain't the same, right? I couldn't imagine someone that works a 9-to-5 that has kids at the home, that takes care of all their bills, wanting to pay $300 for a nosebleed seat for a losing team, right? It makes no sense. And there are real Raider fans that can't afford to go to these games. Real Raider fans that have loved this team that would go to Oko and spend $16 for a seat to sit up there with the Seagulls, right? At the end of the day, no one wants to spend $200, $300 when you don't have that expendable cash to go sit at a nosebleed seat to watch a losing team. You know what I mean? So it makes all the sense in the world, man. Wipe them feet, you guys. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button, man. Shout out to Hug, D's, my brother John's in the building. Thoughts on Gruden not taking it easy on the NFL and wanting to blow it up in court. Chucky is ready for war, bro. Real Raider mentality. He's learned from the best, man. He learned from the best. He is from the Al Davis tree, John. I love it. I love it. Do I agree with some of the goofy shit that Jon Gruden said in those emails? No. Do I agree with some of the ways he handled this franchise when he was with us? Definitely not. Do I feel how he's handling this situation? I fucking love it. And I hope that he puts Goodell on full alert. I hope all that dirt hits the streets, because they definitely made him the scapegoat in that situation. So I definitely hope that he smokes the NFL. And I hope that he does not give up. They'll find a way to silence him, though. They do this year in, year out. But I hope that he stands on his ones and twos and he blows this shit up. But he is from that Al Davis tree, man. And Gruden is a Raider at heart, and he's not going to give up easy, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Shout out to Jon Gruden. Salute to AJ. Docs, what's your thoughts on Zeke saying we have the lowest percentage of homegrown talent in the league? Do we, AJ? Colton Miller, starting left tackle, homegrown talent. Dylan Parham, left guard, homegrown talent. Andre James has only played for our franchise, homegrown talent. You can go to right tackle, right? I mean, I don't know, if Moody's going to be there, but let's just say McClendon Curtis wins the right guard spot, homegrown talent now. Right tackle, Jermaine Illuminor played for the Patriots. He's played in the league, but he is a Raider at heart. I guess you cannot say he's homegrown talent. Brandon Parker, we drafted him, homegrown talent. Mumford, homegrown talent. And that's just the offensive line. You know what I mean? Josh Jacobs, homegrown talent. Now all the other three running backs on this roster, Britton Brown, Zeus, Sincere McCormick, all homegrown talent. Devontae played at Green Bay. He's a Raider at heart. To me, I'm sorry, you guys. Devontae's homegrown because this guy is a Raider. He bleeds this shit. So to me, Devontae Adams is homegrown. But I mean, how? You know what I mean? Most of these, you got a full rookie class now, Michael Mayer and all these guys. I mean, yeah, if you want to go down the line, all these rosters have guys that are homegrown talent, like, the OJ Howard and Austin Hooper. Everybody's come from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But we have a lot of homegrown talent. Merrick, Nate Hobbs, Meek Robertson. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Palamau. Yeah. I don't really agree. I don't know where he was trying to go with that, AJ. I don't. We have a lot of rookies now on this roster as well that are all homegrown. Tyree Wilson. You know what I'm saying? You guys can take it for what it is, but Chandler Jones comes from that Patriot, that Patriot organization, right? He comes from that, right? So in their eyes, that's homegrown talent to them because he comes from their system and what they do, right? And fucking Max Crosby. I mean, come on, man. Max Crosby's homegrown talent. We drafted him, you know what I mean? And he ended up being a superstar. So, we see. Oh, Big Tone. Now, there's a difference, right? That's a difference. A lot of unproven talent, definitely. I agree with you to the utmost. But it's still homegrown talent. Divine Diablo, Luke Masterson, all these guys were drafted or UDFAs. You know what I'm saying? Now we got Drake Thomas, Darian Butler, UDFAs. This is homegrown guys. Let me see. And I get it. I get it, Central. I know what he was trying to say. Basically saying, like, the previous regimes, they didn't really draft too well. Well, guess what? Z, you got to pump the brakes with that shit, man, because every superstar you have on this roster outside of Devontae Adams and Chandler Jones comes from that previous regime. You know what I mean? They had all those guys. And even the guys you gave extensions from, Darren Waller, they found him on the practice squad in Baltimore, right? I mean, Derek Carr, they kept him around, you know what I'm saying? And I get, he came from, an entirely different, but they went and got Hunter Renfrow. They got you Nate Hobbs. So, salute to John, man. Graphk, you're fired up today. I'm liking the energy. Bring the heat to the pod. My brother. Salute to you. I appreciate you, King. As always, shout out to my dog, GA, man. Hey, Doc, thoughts on Good Morning Football calling Marcus Epps the most underrated? Yeah. Let me say this. It's slow right now. Slow part of the season. And, people are kind of grasping for straws at this point. I'm not going to say Marcus Epps is the most underrated D-back in the league, but I definitely will say he's one of the more under the radar. I'm not going to say most in the entire NFL, but that was a sneaky pickup. People tend to forget that Marcus Epps played all 17 games, started all 17 games on that Super Bowl team with Philadelphia and started also in every playoff game and the Super Bowl. The guy is a proven starter with a great defense in Philadelphia. So, yeah, I agree with them saying that he's underrated, but I'm not going to say he's the most underrated defensive back in the league. There's no way. There's other guys that I would put out there. Javon Holland. You guys know I love him with Miami. To me, he's very underrated, and eventually he's going to be a superstar. There's a lot of guys that you can look at, in terms of defensive backs. You know what I'm saying? Duke Shelley, man, coming off a pretty good year with Minnesota at the tail end of that year. There's a lot of guys. But I think that was a very sneaky pickup, and a lot of people try to shit on me when I said that was a really sneaky pickup. And guys always do the subliminal shit on YouTube, and the writers, they do subliminal. They won't say people's names and shit, but they're, oh my God, everybody just so underrated and blah, blah, blah. And now, blah, blah. No, I actually watched Marcus Epps last year. I know that he comes from a winning organization, a winning defense, and that is a great thing to bring to this defense. You're trying to usher in a new wave, right? You're trying to usher in a new energy. Marcus Epps is a proven winner. He he started every game for Philadelphia last year. Those are the kind of players that you want. Period, point blank, the end. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Yeah, Tupac, man, homegrown talent. Just started a bunch of rookies, but Z, we need more. Facts. And that's on this regime. To do right by these guys, to do right by Mayer, to do right by Trey Tucker and Jacorian Bennett and Dylan Parham and all these guys. It's on them to develop them into the next, for them to be the next guys to put this team on the map. Primo says, could Epps be how Harmon was for us? He's a lot younger than Duron Harmon. He's a lot younger than the closer, Primos. Duron Harmon is a proven winner in the NFL. He's won a ring. You know what I'm saying? Didn't he win one or two? I don't even know. Maybe it might have been two. But, could he be? That'd be great. But he's a lot younger, and he's not as proven as Duron Harmon in the league yet. But that would be great. That would be great if we can get him to be that leader in the locker room, to be that guy at the safety position. And that may be another reason, too, Primos, why we didn't bring Duron Harmon up to this point back up to this point yet. There's mutual interest, you guys, with the Raiders and Harmon, though. Harmon wants to be a Raider. He's at the tail end of his career. He would love to get one more deal, and the Raiders would probably love to have him as well. But I think they want to see what they have in training camp first before they kick the tires on bringing Duron Harmon back. He's on the wrong side of 30. He's getting up there in age. He was a playmaker for us last year, but I think they want to see what these young guys can do for us first in training camp. Salute to the 500 people in the building. Make sure you guys wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up, and also hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps the channel. OakLosVegas for the close, you guys. We got a bunch of new stuff on the website, and go to planetraiders.com also, you guys, for everything Raiders related. Go subscribe, go hit that button, man, and get all the notifications from all of our articles that will be loading all year long. Salute to my dog, Pride and Purpose, man. One thing we will have on defense is speed, something we didn't have last year. I hope the coaches can build the chemistry. Raiders, yes, we've been a lot younger. Pride and Purpose, we've been a lot younger at the safety position with Marcus Epps, Pollard still there. Trayvon Merrick's is only on his third year. The safety position is really, really young. Letting go of Deron Harmon, they're going the youth movement. Even in the corner room, all these guys are young guys. Young guys. We definitely did get more speedier. We got Jacorian Bennett there, Chris Smith, the linebackers, all young guys. You know what I mean? I'm not going to act as though Drake Thomas has all the athleticism in the world or he's the fastest guy ever, but he adds that youth factor to the linebacking core, right? All the veterans that we have on this team at this point are pretty much edge rushers. You know what I'm saying? And a few defensive tackles sprinkled in here and there. I mean, Tillery's still fairly young. Bilal Nichols is still fairly young. You know what I mean? We got Neil Farrell, really young. Matthew Butler, young. Jordan Willis is a veteran in this league, but he's still fairly young as well. But, yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to Pride and Purpose, man. Salute to my dog. Shout out to my brother, man. Wasted, just got off the phone with his goofy ass. Docs, no subliminal. I'm here just to hate on you. Shout out to my shield boy brethren. Salute to my God. If you guys haven't seen it yet, man, our brother will be live tonight as well to give his take on this whole Josh Jacobs franchise tag countdown situation. So stay tuned for that as well. Go follow our brother, man, Raider Nation Unlimited on YouTube, man. Salute to our brother Wasted. Shout out to our brother Top Beats. Yo, Docs, what are your thoughts on Britton Brown? I think he's better than Zeus and will emerge as our top back if Josh Jacobs doesn't sign. He looked good last year. Well, I mean, Britton Brown pretty much top. I don't think he really had any reps last year, brother. Wasn't he really on special teams? Let me go look up I'm going to go look up and see what he was pretty much out there on special teams, man. He really didn't get any reps. But I do love giving him a shot. I don't think he had any carries last year. Did he have any carries for us? I could have swore he was just more of a special teams guy. Yeah, he had no carries last year for us. No TDs, no receptions. He didn't carry the ball at all for us last year, but I do believe he was out there special teaming it for us. Oh, do you mean special? Oh, you mean preseason? Preseason? Let me look at what he did in preseason. And once again, at that point, you know, Top, we're talking about playing against less talent. You know what I'm saying? Cody always, bro, you always want to call me when I'm live, bro. I'm gonna call you right back. Peace. Shout out to my brother Raider Cody, man. I'm gonna look at what he did in preseason. Let me see. But preseason. But, you know, like I said, it's another talent pool. You know, you're playing against a bunch of 3s and 4s. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really playing against a lot of talent in the preseason. Yeah, hey, Maul, that's his facts. Britton Brown was he was Mr. Healthy Scratch. Facts, bro. Let me see. I want to see. All right, let me see what he did. All right, in preseason, played in 3 games. Had 189 yards from scrimmage, 152 yards rushing, 4.5 yards per carry. Let me see. 5.3 receiving average. And he had 37 receiving yards, no touchdowns. So, I mean, there's something there, Top. There definitely is something there, but we just don't know what we have with him yet. Shout out to my brother Raider Vengeance, man, just for being the GOAT. Salute to my dog, man. Appreciate you, brother, for always supporting the channel, King. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Let me see. Raven Riley, really ain't no news at this point with Marcus Peters. From what I'm seeing at this point is, you know, with D-Hop getting that deal with the Titans in training camp, literally right around the corner, all these chips are going to start falling. All these veterans are going to start finding homes, and shit about to get real. So, you know, the Marcus Peters of the world, the Kyle Van Noys of the world, all these veteran guys are going to start finding homes here shortly with training camp right around the corner. But from what I've been told, Rave, is that the Raiders still have interest. Marcus Peters still has interest. There's still a deal on the table if Marcus Peters chooses to take it. I think right now he's just kind of seeing if there's anything else out there for him in terms of more money, more guarantee for him. You know what I mean? But I think here shortly, the wheels are going to start turning. I do believe that Marcus Peters will be a Raider. Shout out to my brother Max, man. We need a 1-2 punch combo at running back like Carolina had with Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams, man. Salute. And yeah, man. Look, we got plenty of running backs this year, Max. So we shall see, right? We shall see. We got a slew of them. I would love to see Josh out there this year with Zeus, right? I would love to see that. Would definitely love it. I think that'd be a nice little 1-2 punch. Rookies, UDFAs, you're excited to see in free agent. Shout out to my dog Lopez, man. And to be real with you, bro, I'm excited about, I think, everyone that you guys are excited about. Am I excited about Michael Mayer? Yes, but I'm excited to see him against actual NFL talent, right? Like, I know what he's going to be at the next level. He's going to be that guy. So I'm not too excited to see him in preseason. You know who I am excited? I'm excited to see Trey Tucker. That's a guy that I'm excited to watch in preseason. And another guy, Amari Burney. I'm excited to see what he can do, our 6th-round linebacker from Florida. Very excited about him. I want to see Sincere McCormick go out there in preseason and ball out for us, our UDFA that we got last year out of Tulsa, San Antonio. Want to see what he can do. Other than that, the O-lineman. I want to see what Dalton Wagner, the 6'8", 6'9" guy out of Arkansas, looks like. You know what I mean? I want to see what a lot of these guys look like. But some guys I'm not really too worried about. Tyree, I already know he's going to be at the next level. I have a lot of hope in Byron Young. He's going to be out there. He'll get some reps, but I'm not too worried about him in preseason. I want to see what he looks like in regular season, with regular season reps. But yeah, those are the guys. Amari Burney, Trey Tucker. Definitely want to see what Jade looks like, our young defensive tackle out of Arizona State. I want to see what he looks like. You know what I mean? That our young guy that we got in the 7th round. Definitely, Antonio Pierce guy. He coached him. He was coached him over there in Arizona State. I'm excited about that. Content. Salute to all the day ones in the building. Shout out to Raider Man. Salute, my brother. Thanks for the content. Salute to you, man. Salute to you, my brother. Always supporting what we do. Love your default picture, too. We got that Talk That Shit OakLosVegas t-shirt. My brother, I got your email, too. I definitely saved that picture on my phone, man. Salute to my guy, Raider Man, for always supporting. If you guys want to go get one of those Talk That Shit t-shirts, OakLosVegas.com for the drip. OakLosVegas.com for the drip. Yeah, I'm excited to see Silvera act like a madman. Facts. That guy plays with a chip on his shoulder. I'm excited about him, Sean. I'm excited about him, man. Definitely. Don, another guy. Yep. I want to see what Aiden looks like out there. Definitely. I mean, that goes without being said, Primos. You know what I mean? Like, I'm excited about, seeing our young guy, Aiden O'Connell, out there. Definitely, man. Let me see. Nomad says, Docs, where would Jacobs rank amongst top talent to leave the team if he happens to go? What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Nomad? Do you mean like where do I have him ranked in terms of all the talent that has left the building these past few years? Because I have Josh Jacobs ranked higher than Waller and Derek Carr at their respective positions. You know what I'm saying? Is that what you mean? Like amongst top talent to leave the team? I think this one would hurt more than Waller and Derek Carr. Even though, today's market, the running back position is expendable, right? You would assume that replacing Derek Carr would be way more tougher than replacing Josh Jacobs. It is more rough to replace Derek Carr, a guy that's been there for 9 years and put up 3 or 4 Pro Bowls for you. One of them, I'm gonna say 3 because one of them wasn't earned. But yeah, man, I got Josh ranked, Waller, and Derek Carr at their respective positions. Let me see. Oh, no, it's definitely not going to hurt more than Mack. Primos, look, bro, Mack falls in my era of football, right? In my era of watching. I'm 39. I'll be 40 in January. Khalil Mack is in my top 10 Raiders of all time. And I'm not talking about going back to the 70s and all that shit. I know the Art Shells, the Jim Ottos. I'm not going to even go back to the 60s, 70s, and all that. I'm talking about in my era, right? Josh Jacobs is not a top 10 guy to me. You know what I'm saying? C. Wood, Tim Brown, Howie Long. You know what I'm saying? Like these are my guys. Marcus Allen, right? And then Khalil Mack is right there as well. You know what I mean? So it's not going to hurt as much as Khalil Mack moving on. I'll tell you that. No way in hell. No way in hell. That Khalil Mack thing hit different. It hurt for me. I was like, wow, you got to be kidding me, man. And I was going through some shit at that point because I'm a Sacramento Kings fan. We just lost DeMarcus Cousins. I'm watching us get rid of Khalil Mack. And, that shit sucked, man. But no, it's not going to hit that way. Definitely not going to hit that way. JJ8 will sign a 3-year deal, wishing the hour and a half we have left for the deadline. Hey, man, we shall see, Rudy. We're on our way, bro. We're on our way. We're almost there. The countdown is here, you guys, and I'm going to be here rocking with you guys, as always, chilling. We're going to see where we are. Shit. Oh. My apologies, you guys. I'm over knocking shit down. Got too much coffee in my system. Shit. I will be here rocking with you guys the whole time, the whole countdown. We're going to see where we are with Josh Jacobs. And I think we have, another 30 minutes to see what we have in terms of the franchise tag deadline. Yeah, I got too excited, bro. Got too excited, man. Salute. Yeah, Don, that's definitely Mack was a total loss, bro. Total. Yeah, Chicano, bro. I got coffee and I have pre-workout in my system right now, bro. I am like this. I literally just left the gym and came home, so I'm like this. He said, chill on the coffee. Let's just have a convo from now on. Don't break the setup, Graphk. Don, I will be out there August 12th. I'll be flying out there. Shout out to my brother Stu. I will be at the alumni party with him. You know what I mean? So I'll be in Vegas August 12th for the alumni party. It's going to be dope, man. I'm going to get a bunch of great footage, you guys. We're going to be back, doing dinners with the team and all that good stuff. I'm going to make sure I document it all and get as many players, Timmy and Marcus and all the other previous Raiders, the alumni guys. I'm going to try and get them all on camera as much as I can. But I'll be out there August 12th for the alumni party. Me and my wife will be flying out. And we're celebrating our 10-year wedding anniversary. We've been together for 12 years. We're celebrating our 10th wedding anniversary that weekend. So it's going to be really dope, man. I'm thinking about, me and my wife were talking about going out there and getting blacked out drunk and going to the little chapel and getting remarried, man. So we may have some fun out there. And Stu and B were fighting on a FaceTime the other day about who's going to be the best man out there. And I'm hearing Wasted might fly out there now too. So I don't know, man. We're going to have 3 guys in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I might have to have all my guys be the best man while we out there. You know what I mean? Salute. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for the congratulations. Shout out to the 550 people in the building, man. Salute. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. Bro, it's 3:30 Eastern right now. So it's only 30 more minutes, right? Salute, Rick. Salute to my dog, man. Salute to my dog. John says, make Stu be the priest and dress him up like Elvis. Facts. Shout out to Rudy. My guy, man. Want to meet you when I go to the Dallas game on my actual B-Day, bro. Would be dope. I'll be there with my 2 boys and wife. I'll be there with my 2 boys and wife, too. So, Rudy, definitely, we definitely got to get up and get a beer, bro. Definitely. Kane, I didn't know something dropped. I didn't know something dropped on there. Let me see what we got going on over here, man. I'm not seeing anything over there. But I'll definitely go check it out. Shout out to my brother, Kane Town. Let me see. There you go, LV. Got to have my security team with me, man. Facts. 34 more minutes, y'all. And we get to see what happens, man. I don't see an article on there. Let me see. PlanetRaiders.com, you guys, if you guys want to check out the latest stuff we got going on. Oh, okay, boom. Cane Town's 2023 NFL season predictions. Okay. Okay. I like that. I don't agree with how you where you have us this season, but I like that. And I'm definitely, Kane, after this, going to share it all over the place. I'll put it on the community tab, IG, Twitter, and all that good stuff, man. Shout out to my brother Cane Town with the new drop. We've been waiting on you, bro. We've been waiting on you, Kane. Shout out to everybody else that's coming up on 10 years and all that good stuff. Salute to you guys. Facts. Wasted. Cane Town is ass. Shout out to Big Mo, man. Congrats to you, Graphk, providing news and entertainment in one show. Salute to my dog, bro. Salute. Shout out to Oakland fan, man. C. Wood was playing in Tahoe this weekend. Thought I seen him. Yeah, he was out there. And if we was in the West Coast, we would have been there with him. Definitely, man. Shout out to C. Wood, man. The GOAT. Chicano says, what is your lineup for the corners? I think you're talking about who's going to be my starting corners. I'm going to stick to what I got until Marcus Peters is here. You know what I mean? And until we sign him, I'm going to go with Duke Shelley on one side, Nate Hobbs on the other, and Tyler Hall in the slot. And I'm hoping that Jacorian Bennett wins one of those spots. But I do know that these guys like Tyler Hall a lot. You know, and I think that Duke Shelley is going to be a guy that they really like a lot. Really like a lot on the outside. So right now, Shelley, Hobbs, Tyler Hall. Unless Jacorian Bennett comes in training camp and just smokes shit. And if Marcus Peters comes in, he'll be on one end too. So we shall see. He said Cane Town look like a Raider beanbag chair. That's dope, Elite. That's dope. Shout out to Duke, man. I appreciate you, family. That's a fire-ass default picture, too. Love your content, Graphk. Your passion for the Raiders shows. Keep up the good work. Salute to my guy, man. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Rick, come on, man. It's all good. I'll be out there. I'll be out there for the game. I'll be at the game. I'll be at the Raiders and Niners preseason game. So it's all good, brother. Let me see. From what I've heard, and I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? No. From what I heard, John, is they're so far apart. And mind you, I don't know if you guys seen this. I'll share this real quick. Let's see if this shit shares. Boom. But let me see if it shows. Okay, boom. This is what Josh Jacobs put in his stories last night, you guys.
Oh, wait.
So, you know, he's still sharing Raider stuff. You know, he wants to be there. We shall see. Yeah, Rube. Cap. Let me see. Let me go to Twitter. Look around. But yeah. Nothing there. Okay. Hey, look, this is another one, you guys. Okay. Jordan Schultz just put out. Sources, Giants and running back Saquon Barkley are still not even close to a long-term agreement. Sides are still talking, but there's work to do in order to reach the finish line. The deadline is at 4 p.m. Eastern. So they have 30 minutes. Jordan Schultz just put that up with Saquon Barkley. Man, my boy Rube on here trolling today. But everybody is far apart on an extension. Saquon Barkley, Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs, it's just the running back position, you guys. This isn't just our franchise playing bullshit with one of our superstars on this roster. It's not just the Raiders. This is going on around the NFL. You know what I mean? Giants fans are probably saying the same shit. Take care of our guy. You know what I mean? Cowboys fans are definitely down here saying, take care of Tony Pollard. At the end of the day, we're not the only team. We're sitting around and we're watching Saquon very close. We're sitting over here and we're watching the Cowboys and seeing what they do in terms of an extension with Tony Pollard. At the end of the day, no one is close. No one. And Saquon is asking for more money than Josh Jacobs. That's what he's asking for, apparently it was like $16 million. OJ, he signed his tag, but they're trying to get an extension done. You know what I'm saying? And it looks as though they're not going to get one done before the deadline. He signed the franchise tag, but they're trying to get an extension. It looks as though there's nothing close to it. Shout out to Ty, man. Countdown, 30 mins and counting. Let's go. Salute to my brother Ty Davis in the building. The thing is, Shin, you have to, bro. That makes no sense at all, because some of our previous regimes probably was not looking around what other organizations were doing, and it hurt them. You know what I mean? Like, look, there's certain organizations, and I hate to say it, you guys, the Chiefs, right? The Patriots, the Steelers, right? These are teams that have had sustainable success for years. You have to watch what other organizations are doing. You have to see how they take care of their guys or how they don't. You have to watch. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You have to look at Saquon Barkley. Why would you pay? What if Saquon gets 14 a year and Zeke pays Josh 16 a year? Does that make sense? You have to watch what's going on around the league. The market is the market, King. The market is the market. Yeah, no one is paying running backs, unfortunately, in the NFL anymore. There's always solid running backs coming out of college. Teams are saving money to overpay for other positions. Yes, man. Yes. You're paying edge rushers. You're paying defensive tackles. You're paying your corners to be on that island, big time money. You're paying wide receivers big time money. It sucks, but quarterbacks, offensive linemen. At this point, everybody thinks the running back position is expendable in the NFL. Every organization. It is what it is. I mean, look, Mixon just took a pay cut, a massive pay cut to stay in Cincinnati, a team that's still kind of on the borderline of a Super Bowl, right? I mean, they were just there a few years ago, but I'm just saying they're very close to winning one. He took a deal. He took a team-friendly deal to stay over there because Cincinnati was probably telling him, look, man, you can either take this or we can go draft your replacement and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Like, Joe Mixon, we love you. We want you to be here. You're a huge part of our success in recent history, but we will go draft your replacement. We will go get your replacement. And he said, oh, shit. You know what? Let me take that pay cut. Let me take that pay cut. And I think a lot of people, even in the chat, you guys are overvaluing, and even us as fans, some of us, like even content creators, are overvaluing what Josh Jacobs would get in return if we decided on trading him. Like, what do you guys genuinely think we're going to get for a running back? What do you think? I mean, at best, a second-round pick. I think maybe you get a third. You know what I'm saying? What do you really see getting for in return for Josh Jacobs and his services? No one's paying running backs. Nobody's paying running backs. So what do you get? Like, what do we really get? What do we realistically get if we decide on trading Josh Jacobs? I don't know. I'm saying really, truly, at best, you get a second-round pick. But I think you get a third. But at best, you're getting a second, because whatever team he goes to, he's going to get an extension as well, right? So you may get a third or a fourth-round pick. You know what I mean? Because they have to give up draft capital, and then they have to pay him. People aren't really talking about that, man. Shout out to my brother Top, man. It's clear the owners are in cahoots with each other. Oh, yeah, clearly, man. These guys meet up they meet up every year. You know what I mean? For the owners' meetings, and let's just be real, man. They got their Illuminati a situation intact. These guys talk all day, every day. No running back is getting a big deal. Hopefully, Josh Jacobs wises up and plays on the tag, or he'll end up DOA. Facts. Facts, my brother. This is facts, Top. facts, bro. Shout out to the 600 people here in the building. Salute to you guys for rocking with me. Make sure you wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button, man. We're here, you guys, waiting for another 20 minutes to see what happens with this deadline. You know, let me tell myself. Hold on real quick. My bad. I had to tell my son to keep it down. Let me see. But that's facts, Top. LV says, I'm with Scout. Josh will sign after training camp. Same thing as Dan said. And we're going to have Scout on shortly. I just talked to him in the inbox the other day. He was saying yesterday or today, I might hit him up and see if he wants to come on tonight. Let me see. Josh is holding out. I don't know about that, Rich. I don't know, man. But we shall see. We'll see here shortly. Salute to Raider Mike. I'm not going to lie. If we could keep Josh Jacobs and utilize Zeus as a 1-2 back punch, that would be the dream. You're right, though, Graphk. Got to watch the market. Can't overpay running backs. It is yet to work out. Yeah, man. Straight up. Do you want to set the market? Like, do you want to set the market? Does the Raiders want to set the market with Josh Jacobs? Do they want to set the new market? Do you understand that these owners are going to be looking at Mark Davis like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? They're going to look at Mark like, yo, what are you doing? Like, and Mark is finally getting in good, great, graces with the NFL and Roger Goodell and all this good stuff. He's been playing ball with the NFL, Mike, right? He's been playing ball as of late, doing everything right. You know what I mean? Playing by the book. He hasn't done anything like his father, going out against the grain and all that. But at the end of the day, do you think that the Raiders want to reset the market so Mark Davis can have all his counterparts looking at him like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You don't think Jerry Jones and all these other owners are going to reach out like, dog, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, Maul, think about that. That's crazy because bad teams draft running backs early. And I like Bijan Robinson a lot. I think he's going to be a dog at the next level for Atlanta. But bad teams draft running backs in the first round. It just is what it is. Simple and plain. We took Josh Jacobs in the first round. We were a terrible team. You know, the Giants got Saquon Barkley that year. They were bad. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's crazy to think he's one of the highest paid running backs. And you know what? I want to say this too. Shout out to my dog. He just sent me something here. Shout out to my boy, Leander, right? On IG. Shout out to my dog, Leander, man, Green. Fun fact, Derrick Henry is the highest paid running back in the league, but he's the 169th highest paid player in the business. Think about that, you guys. Fun fact, Derrick Henry is the highest paid running back in the league, but he's the 169th highest paid player in the business. Wow. That says a lot about the running back position. Jacobs is going nowhere near Dallas, you guys. They already have one running back on the franchise tag. And the running back position is in the situation it is right now because the likes of the Dallas Cowboys and how they treated Ezekiel Elliott with that extension and paying him all that massive amount of money. The market is where the market is because the Dallas Cowboys fumbled, the ball with that big extension they gave Zeke. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Andy Kim in the building. Salute, brother. Shout out to my brother Raider John in the building as well. I hold nothing against Josh Jacobs if he holds out, but I hold nothing against the team for not paying him. There you go. Even if they think they should. I get it. The going rate just doesn't add up for the actual work. There you go, John. Talk that shit, my brother. Real talk. We got 18 minutes, you guys, until the deadline to see where we are in terms of our superstar running back, Josh Jacobs. So we shall see. Salute to everybody in the building. We have about 615 people in the building. Salute to you guys. Once again, wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you guys want to become a member of the channel, hit the link. It's pinned up top. And go to OakLosVegas for the drip and PlanetRaiders.com for everything Raiders related. Salute, salute, salute. And also woodsonwhiskey.com. You guys already know what time it is with us. That's our family. Our number one sponsor over here at Shieldmore. Salute to my peoples over there, man. woodsonwhiskey.com. Go get you some goat whiskey. Tell them I sent you. Let me see. Yeah, essentially Jerry Jones' fault. If it wasn't for Zeke's big deal, they'd be getting it back. Salute. I'm curious to see what Jacobs will post on IG story when 1 p.m. strikes. He loves how cryptic messages, so it should be interesting. This is facts, Marco. What's funny is I seen him low-key go at you on one of his posts, right? Or you guys were talking back and forth on one of his posts that day when he kind of went on a tangent on Instagram, kind of going in on the fans, like, you guys don't know nothing. You don't know what I'm asking for, and so on and so forth. It's funny because I seen you in there. But, yeah, we shall see. You know Josh is going to post something here shortly. Brute, I agree. I think he's the heart of the team, but I think the soul of this team is Max Crosby. I don't think he's the heart and soul. I think he's the heart, and I think the soul of this team is Max Crosby. So if we lose Josh, we definitely lose a huge part of this team. But let's just keep it a buck, man. He's not the heart and soul, but I definitely think he is the heart of this offense, and Max Crosby is the soul of that defense. Shout out to Smitty in the building, man. Salute. Raider for Life says 3 years, 36 mil, 24 guaranteed, third year out. D. Bernie, blessings, bro. Pray all is well to my fellow Cali native. Continue to find ways to win. Salute to my dog, Bernie, man. Salute. Chris, look, man, we know what Devontae Adams is. He's the best running back in the league, bro. I mean, wide receiver in the league. My apologies. We know that. But at the end of the day, man, Josh has been here with us for years. He's coming off of a career year last year. I know Devontae is as well. But I have to look. There's 3 superstars on this roster. It's Devontae, it's Josh, it's Max. Josh has been here his whole career. You know, I mean, he's a homegrown talent. I did say earlier on in the show, I do look at Devontae as homegrown as well because he grew up in the Bay, grew up a Raider fan. Let's just keep it a buck, man. Josh is, he was the focal point of that offense last year. You know what I'm saying? To me, he is the heart of that offense. Shout out to my brother Rick Glenn, man. Should our QB situation influence the Raiders front office decision to sign Jacobs or not? Your thoughts? I mean, definitely, right? You got a guy like Jimmy G that has not been healthy, right? So you want a guy like Josh Jacobs that you can hand the ball off to 1,000,000 times a week if need be to make sure that you keep Jimmy G upright out there and you help him out with that run game. So I definitely believe that's another reason why I wanted to resign. I mean, look, I want to resign Josh Jacobs if the deal is right for us, period. You know what I mean? I would love to keep Josh, but it has to make sense because I know what the market is and I know how they look at the running back position now, today in today's NFL. But with Jimmy G there, that's another reason why you have to have a running back that can get it done. I just think that this regime thinks that they already have it. I do, Rick. I don't know why. And I was telling Wasted this on the phone the other day. I feel like they already have his replacement on this roster. I think that they look at Zeus and think that he can be the guy to get it done. I think that they have another guy that they think, whether it's Britton Brown or Sincere or somebody else that can counterbalance that Zeus attack. I think that they have 1 or 2 guys that can make up for that production. I do. Do I think it's true? I don't know if you can replicate what Josh Jacobs did last year. But when you have a quarterback like Jimmy G that can't stay healthy, you would definitely want a running back like Josh Jacobs that can handle all the grunt work, that can be that workhorse guy for you. That's why I thought that maybe they would cave in and pay him. But I think they're saying we are paying them. Franchise tag. We're still paying them a massive amount of money to come in and play 1 year for us. And then next year, I think it goes up to 12 million, I believe, somewhere around there, right? You put him on a franchise tag again. That's $22 million, $23 million right there. I think that's pretty good money in today's NFL in terms of getting paid. Salute to my dog, Raider Mike, man. Josh ain't going to sign the tag after y'all roasted his cougar. Salute to my dog, my Raider Mike, man. That's fucked up. She deleted everything off of her Instagram. Sucks, man. Shout out to Black Sunday, my dog. What up, Graphk? I'm curious to see what Michael Mayer is going to do this year. Also, be realistic and put bias aside. How far do you think we go this season? I don't, it's up in the air right now. Black Sunday. I want to see what we look like in those first 2 weeks. I want to see how we show up against Denver and Buffalo, because those are 2 road games back to back, and then you come home and you face a feisty Pittsburgh Steelers team that are well coached. You know what I mean? They got that young QB. Pickett coming in year 2. They still got Najee Harris, and they got some guys over there. I want to see what we look like those first 2 weeks before I can actually realistically give you my perspective on where we're going. You know what I mean? But if we fight, right? If we go out to Denver and we fight and we win that game out there against Sean Payton in his first week as the Denver Broncos coach, and then we go out to Buffalo and we play them very close, a great team like Buffalo, then I'm gonna be excited. Sky's the limit. But if we go get cooked by Denver and then we go out to Buffalo and get flamed, then my expectations are low as shit. I got maybe 6, maybe at best 7 wins. Real shit. My basement, realistically, was 7 wins. But if you go out there and shit the bed against Denver and Buffalo back-to-back weeks, man, it may even get lower. You know what I mean? Salute to Black Sunday, though, man. But I definitely think Michael Mayer is going to have a phenomenal year. Salute. Shout out to the 640-plus people in the building, man. Shout out to John. Here's my wish. Chandler Jones walks in Zeke's office and says, take a little off my deal and get Josh done. We'd all be hyped for that. Brady did it. Yeah, man. But I have to say this, John. At the end of the day, man, Chandler Jones, we already restructured his deal. You know, they took $5 million off his deal this year. And let's just keep it a buck, man. Chandler is at the end of the road. He's at the end of his career. You know what I mean? He's up there in age, and I don't think he's willing to sacrifice any money. His career is almost over. You know what I mean? A veteran like that, I don't see a reason for him to take a pay cut. That's something that, you know, Devontae does, because at his age, he wants to win a Super Bowl, right? Chandler's been there and done that. I think Devontae's like, I want to win now. That's someone that, you know, would probably, you know, sacrifice a few dollars, man, to bring Josh in, but it's not about what these guys are willing to sacrifice. John, it's not. I mean, Devontae can go over there and say right now, I'll give you $10 million. I'll take $10 million off, shed $10 million off my shit. Colton can say, restructure mine. It doesn't matter. If this coaching staff and this regime doesn't want to give him the extension, he's not going to get an extension. Simple and plain. It's just not going to happen. And this is what this regime is looking like they want to do. They're looking like they want the franchise tag, or it's nothing. Simple and plain. So I don't think any player in that building, John, can save Josh Jacobs in terms of an extension at this point. It's up to the coaches. It's up to this. It's up to Zeke. It's up to what these guys want to do. You know what I mean? He said, I'm allowed to wish. Realistically, do you see us making the playoffs? AJ, I'd be delusional as hell to say that, right? Do I think we can get it done? Do I think we can get there? Yes. Realistically, fuck no. We won 6 games last year. You know what I mean? So do I think this team is better? Yes. I think we can win 10 games. I do. You know, when the AFC can that get you in the playoffs? Definitely. But I got to see it to believe it first, man. Realistically, fuck no. But, you know, my Raiderdom, hell yeah. Why not? Win the Super Bowl this year. Fuck it. Raider Rebel, what I'm hearing is Tyree is ready to go for rookie camp. That's what I'm hearing. But, you know, things can change. I don't know if they're going to rush him out there, you know, for Ricky, you know, for training camp on the 20th. But from what I'm hearing, he's ready to go. Sabs, we have to stop saying that shit, man. We have to stop saying that shit, brother. Just because he sacrificed and lived, you know, in his whip with his father and all that, that does not take away from what he's deserved, what he's deserved and what he's earned. You know what I mean? It's like me. Like at one point in my life, I was running the streets and was homeless, right? With all my guys, just running around selling my albums and shit to eat and shit like that, right? And then I say my podcast blows up. You know what I mean? It blows up in Barstool Sports, or the Raiders come out and try to get me, right? So I should take a pay cut because of my situation growing up? Hell no. Hell nah, man. There's no way. And let's just keep it a buck, Saps. The Raiders didn't save Josh Jacobs from that car at all. His talent saved him from that vehicle. Alabama went and got him. It's high, you know what I mean? Like, he went to Alabama before he went to the Raiders in Oakland. You know that, right? And shout to Sabs. You know I love you to death, bro. But I'm just saying, like, the Raiders had nothing to do with Josh Jacobs getting out of his car at all. Salute to my dog, Raider Christian, man. Salute, salute, salute. Appreciate you, King. Thank you, as always. 8 minutes, y'all. 8 minutes. If you guys want to become a member of the channel like our brother Raider Christian, hit the link up top. It's definitely one of the best ways to support the channel. You already know what time it is, man. Kenny, man, well-deserved. Earn money for Josh. This is facts. Facts. Yeah, we got to stop living, you know, in the past, like the Raiders saved Josh Jacobs and his dad. You know, his talent saved him. You know what I'm saying? Let me see something. See what we got going on Twitter real quick. Yep. It looks as though he's about to be locked in for this franchise tag, you guys. You see, I think Ian Rappaport just tweeted. Nope. You guys, it is official. The Raiders and star running back Josh Jacobs did not reach a deal per me and Tom Pesario, despite extensive negotiations. Now it's unclear whether he'll play on the tag. So there you have it, you guys. It's official. Let me share it. I'm gonna present this, you guys, so you can see it yourself. Boom, right here. The Raiders and star running back Josh Jacobs did not reach a deal per me and Tom Pesario, despite extensive negotiations. Now it's unclear whether he'll show to play on the tag. So it's over, y'all. Franchise tag talk. We still got 5 minutes until the franchise tag deadline is up, but it looks as though there's no deal. So we have 5 minutes left to see if he will sign this franchise tag. There you have it. Let's see if anything changes here in the next few minutes, you guys. Let me see. I'm gonna look around real quick, see if I can see a couple things. Boom, boom, boom. Get rid of that. Ian Rappaport has tweeted out, you guys, that no extension was met. But interesting, though, you guys, extensive negotiations. So it sounds as though the Raiders were at the table, and it sounds as though the Raiders were working on trying to get something locked up. They just couldn't meet, numbers wise. But it looks as though extensive negotiations. You have to look at that part in that tweet. It sounds as though we tried and we failed. So, Junior, hit the link, brother. It's pinned up top. It's pinned up top. You can see it up there. Just hit the join button, brother. Definitely one of the best ways to support the channel. Severe. No, I know that. But we're just saying the deadline is up for that extension, right? He can sign the tag anytime he wants. But at the end of the day, bro, I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. There's so many emotions right now, right? Because you wanted Josh to get the extension, but you also understand, the Raiders' perspective on this. Rube, this is facts. Just posted a video of him apologizing for leaving. Look what happens when you sit out a year. And Bell was way more dynamic. Facts. LV, I never seen a chance for us to get an extension done. It's at least up to the deadline. I never did. It makes no sense. Like, if you wanted him and you guys had a number in mind, it would have been done a long time ago. Yeah, good stuff. This is facts. Moves like this, not caving to it. Me too, because they stood on what they believe in. Good. They stood on what they believe in. I'm not against this. I'm not against this at all. Hopefully he just signs the franchise tag and we keep it moving. That's a good question. Just too far away. Sounds like over 13 mil a year. We don't know. We don't know. We do not know. Rube, he has to sign the franchise tag. He hasn't signed it. That money is not off the books yet until he signs it. So realistically, that money is not locked up. Like he has to sign his tag in order for that money to be off the books. Yeah, severe. I agree, bro. The Raiders have bogged down by bad contracts for years. We have to start being a smarter organization and not an emotional one. Facts. Look at the Kenyon Drake deal that absolutely destroyed us in the end. Look at the we can just keep going, bro. The Carl Nassib, you know what I'm saying? the Corey Littleton, these guys are working the way they're supposed to work. Smart, you know what I mean? Smart business with outs in the deals, making sure that if it doesn't work out in their favor, they can move on and not absolutely destroy the franchise moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Intel. Shout out to my brother Intel in the building, man, as well. That's my brother right there. But yeah, man, there's so many deals that absolutely destroyed us in the past. And these guys are not going to work the same way. They're not. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like they're always going to have an out in terms of the contracts. They're going to set these contracts up a certain way where, it helps them in the long run and still takes care of their player, but they're going to put themselves first before they put the player, in which they have to. Man. Let me see. They're running a business, you guys. They're running a business. This isn't appease the Raider fans because they're in love with Josh Jacobs. They're running a business. This isn't, let's go sign him because, fans are going to absolutely destroy us if we don't. This is not how business is ran. Period, point blank, the end. They're making smart business decisions, and I'm here for it. I mean, you can look at the 5th-year option and say, what were they thinking? But at the end of the day, Raider Dame, it really didn't affect him at the end, right? It really didn't affect him. Like what? Wouldn't he have been paid was it $8 million? $8 million this year? Like he's up to make more money this year by not picking up the 5th-year option, correct? I thought it was like $8 million or something like that for the 5th-year option. I could be wrong, but I thought he was up for more money with the franchise tag. Yeah, Steve, back-to-back tags, $23 million guaranteed, and he'll still be 27 years old. Yeah, $8 million was the option. Yeah, he would have been locked in, definitely. But Dame, who's to say that he wouldn't have still been frustrated and said, you know what, I'm not showing up to camp. I'm not showing up to camp. I'm not coming. I'm not playing for $8 million. If he won't play for 10, over $10 million, you think that he would have been like, oh, yeah, I'm like, no, man. He probably have been like, look, y'all, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the almost 700 people in the building, man. Salute. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. It is official, y'all. It is past 4 p.m. Pacific, past 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific. 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific. It is official. Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs don't agree to extensions before today's deadline. So there you have it. It did not happen. It did not happen, you guys. Take it for, as you guys may. I'm not really going to be pissed off about this. I'm assuming that at some point he's going to sign the franchise tag. Victor Fur just tweeted out, we won't be seeing Josh Jacobs for a long time. I don't know how much that means. I mean, we could take that with a grain of salt. Vic is wrong about a lot, but he said we won't be seeing Josh Jacobs for a long time. I tend to disagree. I think he's going to sign that franchise tag at some point, and he'll be playing Raiders football in no time. Saquon Barkley said it is what it is. Let me see. But yeah, Vic just tweeted out, we won't be seeing Josh Jacobs for a long time. So there's going to be a lot of different, opinions and different takes on this situation. Take that for what you guys will. I don't really know. I still think that he's going to be there at some point during training camp, and he'll be ready to go week 1. Let me see. Watch Josh going to get hurt. Yeah, Cody, don't put that into the world, brother. Don't put that into the world. We do not want to see Josh Jacobs get hurt. But I'll tell you this right now. If you do not put him out there, if he doesn't get out there in camp and start getting those reps in, and he just decides on showing up week 1 and going out there and playing football, there's a very good chance that can happen, right? There's a total difference between being ready and in shape and football shape. So there you have it. Let me see what Vinny just tweeted out. Vinny says something as well. Boom. Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley were able to vibe to terms with Raiders or Giants on law. I think he meant to say weren't. Each is scheduled to play or not on terms of 10.9 franchise tag, complicating matters that $10 million is more than 16 teams will pay their entire running back rooms. Tough times for running backs. So there you have it. I don't really know what he was trying to say. They were able to vibe to terms, or they were able to come to terms. Vinny's all over the place. I think he's tweeting too fast right now. I think he meant they weren't able to come to terms. Yeah, he definitely butchered the hell out of that tweet. Shout out to Jay Schilling, man. I'm in Plainview, Texas for work. Definitely different than Cali, man. Hey, R. Williams, you speak for yourself, King. I definitely care about the health and well-being of these players, man. I'm a Raider fan first, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a human being, you know what I mean? And why would I want one of these guys to be hurt? I don't think that makes any sense. Raider for life, there is guarantees. There's over $10 million this year guaranteed if he signs that, bro. You know what I'm saying? He may lose a lot more money in the future if he does not sign this franchise tag. So he's definitely risking losing a lot of money right now by not signing the tag. You know what I'm saying? But it can go both ways. Yeah, Rube. Tyrell Williams, Corey Littleton, Trent Brown, Sean Smith, LaMarcus Joyner, Kenyon Drake. Give Zeke his flowers for being smart with the Raiders' money, a.k.a. future investments. Yeah, and there really hasn't been one deal that Zeke has put together yet that I've questioned. Not one of them. Not one of them. I love the way he put Max Crosby's deal together. I love the way he put Devontae Adams' deal together. Hunter Renfro's, I like that he gave him that extension, but there's still, certain ways to get out of that situation as well. But I love the way he's put every single deal up to this point together. And, the great thing is that he's gotten our rookies' contracts out the way quick, fast, and in a hurry. So there's no question marks if these guys were going to show up. He's working the right way, man. He's working the right way. Shout out to Sean Kelder, man, my dog, on the $10 donation. He's got offers, I'm sure, we're over 10 million. Said no, he is not signing the tag. Never know, Sean. Never know, man. That's a lot of money to turn down, bro. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, you guys, I don't care if you have 10 million in your bank account right now. If you have 10 million and you're sitting on 10 mil, right? And you're thinking in your head, but I can have 20. I can have over 20 right now. That's a difficult L to take, Sean. That is definitely a difficult L to take. You're sitting here with 10 million, and then you start thinking about your future and thinking about, what can I do with that 10 mil? I can open up this business, invest this money, do this and do that. At the running back position, you might be right to just say, you know what, let me just sign and take this money. And if they franchise me again and it's 12 million next season, next offseason, I'll take that too. That's still $23 million that Josh can put away for his future, because the running back position is very plagued at this point in terms of money, man. It sucks, but it is what it is. Shout out to Phil Maddock. He said, Britton Brown up next. Let's go. Definitely want to see what the young pup got. Let me see. Well, Joey, That's a deal that we're going to have to revisit, right? Because, yeah, you look at it and you're like, damn, they paid a lot of money for another edge rusher that so-called had a down year last year, right? Nose ring, y'all. No booger, nose ring. At the end of the day, the guy did not get to the quarterback as much as we wanted. And yes, you paid him big time money for the splash plays, right? But the guy set the edge very, very well last year. Guys really couldn't run a Chandler Jones way last year. The guy actually had a pretty good season last year. It wasn't sexy stats. At the end of the season, he started getting it kind of together. You know, the big run against, you know, the Patriots to win the game. And, you know, he started getting, you know, piling up a few sacks here and there, pause if necessary. But the guy set the edge really well for us last year. You really couldn't run to his side too much. He really did his job last year. He did his job. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, you're paying him top end money to make splashy plays. But at the end of the day, the guy definitely balled for us. He just didn't go out there and put 10 plus sacks up, right? That we automatically assumed he was going to do when we brought him in. But Chandler had a good year. Got hurt, fell off, you know, but he didn't have a great year, but he had a good year. Go back and watch the tape, Top. I'm telling you, man, that guy set the edge really well for us last season, man. Let me see. David says, if he doesn't sign the tag and refuses to show up, then what? He just doesn't play? Yeah, he just doesn't play. Oh, Top. Okay. Got you, brother. Got you. Yeah, he just don't play. If you don't sign the franchise tag, you lose the money and you lose a year of your career. You lose a year of your career at that point. Think about this, you guys, right? I'm going to show you guys something real quick. This is how fucked up the running back position is, right? Just turned 25 in February, okay? If he sits out this season, okay? If he sits out this season, by the time we see him next year, he's almost 27 years old. If he sits out one season, next February, by the time the Super Bowl is, he'll be 26 years old. By the time we see him in actual action, he'll literally be months away from being 27 years old. And at the running back position in today's world, that's damn near extinct. You're damn near ancient. So, you know, I hope that he revisits the idea of just signing this franchise tag. And I think he will. I told Wasted this on the phone the other day. I think it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. I definitely do. I think it's going to be a very, very tough pill for him to swallow. But it'll be easy, right? And this is not me, you know, saying that Josh is going to say this, but it'd be easy for him to say, you know what, man, I'm going to sign this franchise tag because these fans and my teammates deserve it. There's nothing wrong with coming out and saying that, right? Just tough pill to swallow, right? Very, very tough pill to swallow after saying that you went inside the franchise tag. But just come out, say, look, I'm playing for these fans and I'm playing for these teammates. I'm playing for my teammates. Come back out and let's rock. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I think any one of us wants to see him back. You know what I mean? But it just has to make sense. Let me see. But, you know, I don't agree with that. I don't think that Josh's ego is too fragile. Talking to him, you know, out in Vegas and just having a little brief conversation with him, like he doesn't come off to me as very egotistical, you know what I mean, or egomaniac. I just think that he wants what's his. That's it. I just think he wants what's his. I think he wants what he deserves, and he definitely deserves more. You know what I mean? He definitely deserves a 2-year, 3-year extension, but like I said, the Raiders know what they're doing. And they don't want to put themselves in a bind where Josh potentially goes out this year and knock on wood, God forbid he gets hurt or he just underperforms. And then what? How do you sell that to the fan base at that point? How do you sell that? We signed our guy. We did what you guys wanted us to do. We went out there and gave him a 3-year deal for $12.5 million a season, and now he's not even here, or now he's not even playing the way he once played. It's a very, very tough situation. He can wait till I think week 6 before signing the tag. Salute the Raider for life, man. That's my guy. I think it was somewhere like November 14th, somewhere along those lines. Raider for life. Shout out to my dog Q. Speaking of ways to make sure he's okay. Don't need him on hot on his live today. Well, he'll be here. He'll be here in a couple hours. Salute to my brother Q, man, as always. Let me see. Yeah, Gus. And, I was working on trying to get him on the show because that's my boy. That's one of my boy's best friends. And I wanted to have him come on and come talk about that because that's right. This is another Melvin Gordon situation. Held out for a contract, came back in the middle of the season and lost his job to Eckler. I salute Jacobs for betting on himself, but might not be worth it. There you have it. There you have it. Today's price is not tomorrow's price. Yeah. Shout out to Janoy. With McDaniels as the head coach, the running game will always be potent, whether it's one back or a combination of 2 or 3. And there you have it. There you have it, man. You guys, we will be back live tonight. Me and Hammer have our call-in show, fan show. It will be 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific PM, of course. We're going to be doing a live show tonight. And I want you guys to call in, give your takes on how you feel about this Josh Jacobs stuff. We will be live in a few hours. I just got back from the gym. I'm going to make sure I get in the shower and get my shit together. But pull up on us tonight, you guys. 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We will be having the lines open. We want to hear from you guys. On the way out, real quick, let me get Rube on. And I just seen that, Danny. Josh Jacobs unfollowed the Raiders on Instagram. I'm not shocked about it. That's how these young guys work now. That's how they deal with it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Not about yearly money. Can't imagine them being more than $2 million apart. It's about the structure and guarantee money, which Zeke is conservative with. There you have it. There you have it. Facts, Rule. Facts, my brother. But with that being said, you guys, as always, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. He did not sign. We did not get an extension. The deadline is come and gone. So now we're going to see if he is going to sign this franchise tag. With that being said, it looks as though he did unfollow the Raiders on Instagram, which all these players do this. And we'll talk about that tonight as well. James Moore, you as well, my brother. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all. OakLosVegas.com for the drip. PlanetRaiders.com for everything's Raiders. Hit that the link that's pinned up top to become a member and support the channel. Salute you guys. Love y'all. As always, we're out. 1.